Hi everyone, in this video we'll talk about how to solve an equation. For example, if I have x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So this is called a quadratic equation, and we need to find a value of x such that if we enter that value we'll get answer is 0. So how will I do that? So in that case I need to find two numbers. So suppose if these are the two numbers, then if I add them together, then that should be equal to this number. So that should be equal to 5. And if I multiply them together, so that should be equal to 6. So how will I find that number? So now let's start with the 5. So how can I there how many ways are there to add this number? So that will be equal to 1 plus 4, 2 plus 3, then I have 3 plus 2, but that's the same thing, and then I have 4 plus 1, so I can get rid of this. I can say 0 plus 5. So there are only three ways by which I can fill these two numbers up. Now if you multiply them, so if I multiply 1 and 4, that is not the answer, so I can't take this one, so I have to say no. Then I say 2 multiply 3, so this is equal to 6, but then I say 0 into 5, this is not equal to 6, so I cannot take this one. So I can say that 2 3, and again here also it's 2 and 3. So if I add 2 and 3 I'll get 5, but if I multiply 2 and 3 I'll get 6. So now in this case, uh, so if I go ahead with my equation, I can write this equation as x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now what I need to do, I'll take uh, the first two and the last two separately, and I'll say x and x plus 2, then I'll say 3, say x plus 2. So we can write this equation in this way, and now you can see that these numbers or this equation in the bracket are same. So I can always write this equation as uh, x plus 3 and x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now what does it mean is that if this is 0, then this everything will be 0. If this is 0, then everything will also be 0. So when this thing will be 0, that will be equal to x is equal to minus 3. So if I put x is equal to minus 3, this will be 0 and everything will be 0. And if I put x is equal to minus 2, then this will be 0 and everything else will be 0 again. So that's why I have two answers, that is minus 3 and minus 2. So this is how we solve an equation. So let's take another example. If I have x square plus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. So how will I solve this equation? Again, I need to find two numbers. If I add them up, it should give me 7, and if I multiply them, it should give me 12. Now here that would be 7 plus 0, 1 plus 6, 2 plus 5, 3 plus 4. Now if you look at this, only 2 plus 5, uh, sorry, only 3 plus 4 if we take this 3 into 4 is 12, so I can say the answer is 3 and 4 and 3 and 4. So if I take these numbers, then I can add them up to be 7 and I can multiply them to be 12. So I can write this equation as x square plus 3x plus 4x plus 12 is equal to 0. Then I can rewrite it as x equal to x plus 3 plus 4 x plus 3 is equal to 0. Then x plus 4 and x plus 3 is equal to 0. So the answer will be equal to x is equal to minus 4 or minus 3.